Hi guys. Quick one to explain what we've got accomplished, I guess, this week before the weekend. You know, if you're bored, you want to see what we did. We just finished this. So that's one of them power lamps. It's set on the floor because we still want a watertight condition here. We didn't want to stop chopping up the floor. And so what we're gonna do here, this is something my dad was laying out, is that this stairwell goes, this is a stairwell, by the way, it goes down into the basement level, and instead of having a wall go down and meet the basement floor, now this allows that wall to open up, so the stairwell is an open stairwell. When you go down there, you know, you don't feel like you're in an alleyway. So later on, we'll do is we'll come underneath here and we'll put anywhere where there's a floor joist, we'll put a top mount strap hanger. So we'll hang the floor joist below on the beam above, and then that beam's pretty beefy because this is a load bearing wall, because this is a stairwell in this area, and what happens is the floor joist is stopped here, so the load of the floor and then the wall above and the roof load all come down this wall. That's why that has some beef there, because it's holding up 3 floors of load. And then this one here is going to be used on this wall, which I won't explain yet. I'll explain it as we build it, because it gets a little bit too much for me to explain right now. So, but anyways, this next one is under wraps to be used on this wall, this stairwell wall. And then we put the structural ribbon on. You can see it's 3/4, and it goes all the way out to the edge of the 2x10. It's all glued really well and screwed really well, and the ring comes out, and later on we're going to cut out for the window, because the windows go all the way up. We're going to cut out, and then it's going to be a window. The window well is going to flare up into the floor joists, which is you'll have to see down the road. That's coming, but not now. But anyways, that gets cut back. That's why it's so wide. So it cuts back and gives the wall, still has its strength. But we put these springboards. These things are pretty cool, by the way. They draw the wall in or out depending upon what you need. So when you see the curve going this way, you put your brace underneath, and it pulls the wall. So that's the curve is pulling the wall this way. And when you see the curve going this way, the opposite direction, it's pushing the wall. So you can push the wall the length of the curve. You can push that curve up, and it sends the wall outwards. So we were adjusting these beams in and out to get a nice straight line with this plywood edge down the line. And that's one of the reasons why that plywood ring is up there, is to keep these walls, these partial beams, walls, or whatever you want to call them, in line with each other. Now that's ready to accept LVLs up on top. They sit right up on top there. And wherever there's an LVL, wherever there's a stud, there's an LVL. So by the way, these studs line up with those studs over there. So the LVLs fall on the stud line, and then we come underneath and we put a series of screws underneath here to keep the LVLs and the ring locked into each other. And that ring does a lot for the wall. It gives it a lot of stiffness, so there's no swinging around. It's all one unit now. You can start to see the window opening defined. We still got to put 3/4 on here, but you can start to see what it's looking like. And we built that wall. That's got a couple of casements in there for ventilation. And we finished up this half bath, the walls in the half bath. And there's a window in this bathroom for ventilation. That's it framed there, by the way. It's got the thermal bridge framing in there. And this is all carried down through. So what we're going to do is put an order in for the LVLs, and they're 1 3/4 by 14 inch, and they span the whole length of the space, so it's a free span. There's no walls here, by the way. The only walls on this floor are for the half bath. So that's about it. That's it. We'll get these floor joists going, and you can start to see a floor up there. Then we'll put some plywood on it. And by the way, these heights, like we were talking, if you could see, where that 3/4 sits is the same as that. The top of that 3/4 meets the bottom of that 3/4, because that's where the LVLs are. So they're gonna sit level when they go across the bridge and meet the other side. So this is going to be a stairwell going down, but it comes in here slightly, because where these windows are, this comes out later on. This is all temporary. There's a sliding door here to get on that deck, but there's the plates for the that interior stairwell wall we just built, and that with 3/4 lines up to the very bottom of these LVLs. So when the new LVLs slide in, they meet up with the top of the header, just where they're supposed to be, so the floor stays level. Anyways, guys, just sharing what we got done, and that's it for now. I guess the next one you'll see some floor joists going up. Anyways, take it easy, guys. Till the next one.